Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am GrandMcLegend and today we are going to be having a look at probably one of the most powerful TDs in the entire game as of this current time, and that is the Hori. This is the tier 10 Japanese tank destroyer, and in the recent update or in the recent balance changes, this thing got a shit ton of buffs to it. Now, this is it was a good tank before it even got buffed. Like, it was really nice. If you didn't have a hori, you'd want one, and now that is even more so the case. And this tank is just so good now. Like, they tried to improve the shell velocity to make more people camp in it, which is my theory, but they also buffed the armor on this tank due to PBR, and that's just made the armor even better. So people are now playing the hori, going up front and doing up 4k damage, which is really easy to do in this tank now. And overall, it is just insane. And one thing that I haven't mentioned is the premium pen. Now, this can pen literally the entire front of a mouse. It can pen almost the entire front of a VK90. It can pen almost the entire front of, like, I don't know, pretty much anything that you come up against. And yeah, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, I will show a couple of screenshots of what this thing can pen and just how ridiculous this tank can be. And well, here they are. So you've got the VK90 in the bottom left, you've got the mouse in the top left, you've got an object 7772 in the top right, and then you have a badger in the bottom right. And you can just see it literally pens everything. Like, you can't not get penned by a hori unless it is troll. So yeah, we are just going to have a look at this tank and see how this plays. So it does have 2071 hit points. I am running this with both sandbags because the stats with the protective kit and the improved fuel are already fine in my opinion. So I prefer to run the sandbags for more HP. 260mm of frontal armor, and that is actually really good. If you run the improved armor on this thing, that you can get up to probably, like, I don't know, 265, 270, something like that. So yeah, that is very nice indeed. So you have a 250.3 meters of view range, 70% concealment while stationary, 50 while moving, and 16 upon firing. So yeah, this can be played both camping and up front. It is very nice. It's very versatile as well. But the traverse did get nerfed in the balance changes as well, so do keep that in mind. You don't want to go full guns blazing and then get absolutely ripped apart. So 3186 DPM, and that is a 10.55 second reload. I am running this with the calibrated shells because the penetration is just absolutely ridiculous on this tank. If you run it with the rammer, you can get that down to just 10 seconds, which is also really nice. 3350 DPM, which is not that bad at all. So you do have 335 base AP pen, which, because of the normalization of armor piercing shells, you can probably get that up to like 340, 345, something like that, which is really nice. And then you have premium AP, which does a total pen of 410. So basically, with normalization, that is probably 420 to 425mm of penetration, which is absolutely ridiculous. 92mm of HE pen, and that is also really, really nice. 560 average damage on your regular AP, 545 on your premium AP, which is also really nice. This is a Japanese tank as well, so you don't lose that much damage when you switch to AP with the premium rounds, which is really nice indeed. 640 alpha on your HE. The difference is 80 between the HE and the regular AP. So if you want to use it, you can use it. But often I low roll when I use that HE. So it's completely up to you. 3.4 seconds of aim time, which is alright for a tank like this. 0.273 dispersion, which is really nice for a tank like this. You do have 6 degrees of gun depression with a top speed of 45 kilometers an hour, which is really nice. So you do have reactive armor on this tank, which is absolutely stupid because you can literally, well, 27% damage off any shell. So if you have a hori shooting at you, he could do 560 damage per se. If you put the reactive armor on, he would only be able to do like 450, which is really drastic in terms of damage change. So we are just going to go into a battle with the hori and see if we can get any good games to show you how good this tank can be. So as I said before at the start, you can pen the VK90 frontally, almost the entire frontal armor, which is ridiculous. So yeah, we are going to go medium side because this thing has 260 millimeters of armor, but it looks like the Caro is not going this way, so I'm going to go this way instead. So we might be able to meet the VK72 on this side, and we'll be able to show you just how ridiculous this penetration is. 425 I'm gonna say it is from now on, and that is the highest penetration in the entire game, and that is absolutely ridiculous. Like, you can pen literally everything with this tank. Like, you can see the T110E5's turret, that you can pen the cheeks, and that is almost really hard to do that. So we are just going to, well, lose the shot because I did have my gun damaged and I didn't really aim. But yeah, you could see that hori had no trouble penning me whatsoever. And look at that badger. Look at that badger. And yeah, that is just how much penetration this armor can, well, this gun can do. So we are just going to try and get a shot into the enemy hori because he is, well, a very dangerous tank, as if I haven't proved that already with the penetration and all that kind of stuff. So we are just going to get a nice shot into you, and we have now put you at a one shot, and if we play it correctly, we will be able to finish off this hori. So he is now gone into hiding because that is what a smart person would do. And what we are going to do instead is just kill the badger. So you can see that this tank can really perform when you play it correctly. We're at 2k damage and there is pretty much everyone on half hit points. Or in this case, the E5 is on, well, he is now on half hit points. So he does track us, but we have the speed of which we can reload is really nice. So we have put reactive armor on, and we're only getting 200 damage from these guys here. So we are just going to sit here, hope he does that, and then we are just going to get a nice high roll into that CS63, and he is going to kill us now, I believe, which is not good. So yeah, the hori, it's really nice. Obviously we weren't in the best of situations because the Caro did not go into the other side of the map to clear the CS63. But you can see that this tank can really do well when you put it in the right hands. Like, the pen, you could see the badger on the enemy team when I put a pramo onto him, onto his frontal armor. It was all grey. Like, it's ridiculous. You can do so much with this tank, especially with the armor profile it's got as well. It's really nice. So the GFT is going to kill our IS-7, and then the VK-72 is going to get absolutely torn apart. So yeah, that is pretty much the end of that battle, but it can show that a hori can do the job it is meant to do, and it's a fantastic tank. Like, this is probably the most meta tank of this update, and we are going to see how much damage we did in that battle. 4k. And we didn't even try that game, to be fair. If we didn't lose health to that hori at the start, we probably could have won that. And that is probably my bad. So we are going to go into another game, and you can see that we are on Rockfield. And there is a T22 medium, which has ridiculous armor, as we all know. But against a hori, it's paper. Especially, like, frontally, because you don't have all the ridiculous spaced armor in front. And it is just insane how much stuff this tank can pen. Like, you have a GFT on the enemy team, and that has ridiculous frontal armor, as you all know. Well, as I hope you all know anyway. But yeah, the GFT has ridiculous armor on the top plate. Or the upper plate, or the upper chassis, whatever you want to call it. And it's really strong. it's like 280 millimeters of 280 millimeters of armor on that thing. And this thing just butters right through it. So that is the hori camping in the corner, obviously. Because why wouldn't you? You're just going to camp. So I'm just going to get back, actually, because I don't want to take another shot from that guy. So we do have the bat chat here, and he is shooting heat rounds, which is really annoying. So we have lost half of our hit points within a minute of the battle, which is not good at all. So I am not playing the way you would meant to play in this tank right now. So what has been spotted? We have spotted the GFT, so that means nothing is going to be camping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around here. The 4202 has no interest in me whatsoever, and we are just going to go and have a look at this 60 TP. So we do bounce, but you can see that the frontal turret armor of that thing was just paper, and it is really nice. So we do have the T57 possibly trying to get some shots on us, and this 4202 is threatening attack. So I am not in the safest of positions right now. So what we are going to do is just get a shot into you, get back, hope the bat chat doesn't kill us, and then get back into safety. So we are just going to get a shot into the bat chat, and he does hit, which is really annoying. So you can see that we are bouncing the T57, and he does get killed in return. So the T22 is now a one-shot. The T57 is dead, and I'm not sure who else is dead, actually. So the bat chat's there. We might be able to get a HE shot into this guy, and we do get a really nice shot. So 693 damage, that was the HE, and that is ending the bat chat's life. So that was a good portrayal of the HE. The normalization of that HE is actually really good. So it's good that we managed to get a shot into that guy. We are just going to get a shot into the GFT and then allow the TVP to kill the GFT. So we do have the hori here. We are just going to get a shot into you. And you can see that the damage difference, I mean, yeah, it was 474, but we are still doing damage to this guy. And it's still the damage you would do if you was in the, if you're using the normal rounds. And it's really nice, honestly. Like, if you haven't got a hori yet, do go and get one. Obviously, I haven't portrayed it at its best this battle, as I only did 2k damage. But in the first game, we did 4k. And we did get a few bounces, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But you can do well in the hori. Like, it's a brilliant tank. And because people are doing so well in it, well, the ace bar is pretty high. So you'd have to get like 6 to 7k damage in this thing or above, obviously. So if you haven't got a hori yet, do go and get one, because it is absolutely ridiculous, as I showed you at the start with the screenshots. And then just now in the first battle, but we did also get a second, we did also get a HE shell into the bat chat, which was almost 700 damage. So yeah, it's definitely a tank worth grinding. The line, I'll admit, is, it's actually really good, to be honest. All the line has premium AP, so you can get through most things at your tier. So yeah, I do recommend going and grinding this tank. So if that is basically it, do go get one of the most broken tank destroyers in tier 10 right now, and let me know what you think of it if you have it already. So yeah, that is basically it on the hori. So if you haven't liked or subscribed to the channel already, do consider doing so, as it really helps me out. If you haven't joined my Discord server already, do go and join that. It is in the description below. And if you want to send me your replays, do go and send those in the email, which is linked down below. And leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed today's video and all that kind of stuff. And well, that is basically it from me. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.